Good morning. Today I've got my very first guitar clinic at the Academy of Contemporary Music. I'm just making my lemon honey drink for the morning like I do every day, and then make coffees, breakfast, and then we're going to set off. So yeah, cheers, stick with me. So made it to Birmingham pretty early, loaded all my gear in. I've just been for a coffee at Faculty, which was recommended by a few people, and it's fucking pretty decent. So now just gonna go look at the Black Sabbath bridge, have a little wander around, and then go and start warming up and setting my stuff up. Yo, so I'm here at the Academy of Contemporary Music. I just watched one of the other clinics upstairs. It was pretty sick actually. Made me kind of nervous because that guy was fucking sick at playing. I'm just about to grab my stuff and send it upstairs and then go and get set up for mine. It's kind of weird, like you can play festivals on festivals in front of like tens of thousands of people, and honestly, I say this about the acoustic stuff when me and Con do that as well. It's like so much more nerve-wracking. Like I'm actually kind of shitting myself, which is mental. But there's a good amount of people here. I'm glad that they've asked me to come. Hopefully it'll be cool for the people who turn up. If anyone turns up, there's a couple of kids in like my love hoodies and stuff, which is cool. You know, I really like to see that. I appreciate them coming down. A guy just told me he's auditioning to join the college, and he's played Heaven Shake for his piece. And I just saw him again afterwards, and he said he smashed it. So well done to him. Let me know if this is coming through. That's good for me, but can I turn the amp up a bit on stage?
Can you hear it through the monitor well?
I can't hear my guitar through the monitor.
Tommy, can you hear your guitar through there now?
There you go. Okay, see what this one's saying. So you can choose if you want. Live sentence. Let's play that one then. bit of that going, but it's alright. Yeah.
That is disgusting, mate.
Yeah, that's a bit of an old one, I guess. I just wanted it to be like Slipknot or something. I was like, oh, that'll be sick live. When I'm like writing and stuff, it's always just for like a live setting. Obviously, I want it to sound cool on the record, but Malev's always been like a live band.
That second verse in Last Sentence with the more hammer on
Yeah.
How do you come about writing that? Is that more, are you thinking about it from a theory side of stuff when you sit down to write it? Like, I'm going to use this kind of scale, get this kind of sound, or is it just more feel?
So the scale for me like is kind of set at the start of the song, I suppose. Obviously you can change it, but that one's, I guess, what do you call it, like half whole diminished. It doesn't really use many notes. It's kind of just hammer-ons and pull-offs like that, but it's not too mental. You can like hum it, I guess, and it like becomes a bit more catchy. And I think that was like, well, still is, like, I'm gonna write a riff, I want it to feel fun to play, and I want it to be like hummable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just kind of liked how that sounded. If I'm gonna go back to the A bit, I guess, then I kind of want to change it every time. So first one, second one, slightly different, then slightly different again, and like a counter melody, I suppose, when there isn't a melody, you know, because screaming is just rhythmic, isn't it? Really. Go for it.
Do you have a personal rule or philosophy, if you do, for breakdown riffs? If that makes any sort of sense, like, are you a kind of like a song should have a breakdown only when it calls for it, or?
I like all sorts of breakdowns, to be fair. You know, Malev, like, for a long time was like sort of known as like a beatdown band, which is kind of mental to me. We did have beatdowns, but like I was literally playing like blues riffs as well. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, where's everyone getting this from? This is kind of weird, but we used to play with beatdown bands all the time, which was sick. When you've heard that all day, I'm kind of like, is there going to be any like sort of change? So I think they're definitely better when they're like in a good spot in live sentence. You've got that sort of like build bit. Drops into it, so it's kind of like a big build to create like an atmosphere. You get like the melody and the hook, and then it sort of breaks down, and I feel like that's way more effective than just having the breakdown all the way through.
Would you class 11s as like crossover?
I guess it is a crossover band. Never really like put much of a label on it. Like I said, I've been in the band since I was 14, so like the scene in England has been different a lot of times since then, do you know what I mean? But I've not really asked about trying to sound like what was like in, I guess, at the time, like when I was like 14 or whatever. It was like the like metalcore, sort of like As I Lay Dying, like Partway, all that shit. I'm down for that. We had some riffs like that. But that was like sort of when I was like 16ish. So we had like elements of that because we were playing with bands like that, you know? And then it sort of like died out, and especially in Sheffield, a lot of the gigs like started going to Manchester. So all the gigs that we did get were like way smaller, and they were like hardcore bands in like little pubs and back rooms and stuff. So we'd like start playing those shows. So we were like super metal. But we were really into like the culture of it. There's no like gatekeeping here. Like you can just rock up at a show. Yeah, the riffs don't have to be mental, but there's a vibe to it. Not everyone's just like staring at the musicians. They're like there to fucking jump off the stage and shit. Do you know what I mean? If there is a stage. We really enjoyed like engrossing ourselves into that. But we've always like been, I guess, like metal kids. It became weird. We were like the metal band in the hardcore scene, but then like the hardcore band in the metal scene. I guess from there, like because of that, we sort of just never really decided to like try and be something. And you know, by the time we put Serpent's Chokehold out, we kind of like found like the sound, and it was like a bit of a mix. Being on tour with Dying Fetus, being on tour with Comeback Kid. It's cool that we could spread that far. I feel like just trying to just play what you want to play. People will just tell you what it is anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Do you think there's something special about bands, like especially yours, and bands like Motorhead, Suicidal Tendencies and Ringworm, that appeal to both the punks and the metalheads?
Yeah, 100%. Even like when we were coming up, like we played both shows, but there were definitely different crowds. I think nowadays it's kind of way more accepted, like the younger generation that's coming through. Bands like Turnstile and stuff being as big as they are, like, is just kind of unifying people, which is sick. Do you know what I mean? Like metal and hardcore and stuff is like the biggest it's been in my lifetime, basically hardcore riffs are just like metal riffs, but like a bit slower with a different drum beat. If you put like if you put that like, you know, like a thrash beat or something, it's like pretty thrashy. But if it's like a two-step, it's hardcore song. And if your vocalist sort of like rapping, it's hardcore. Or people label it hardcore. If he's got like some screaming on it, people will say it's metal. It kind of is basically just like the way you dress. Oh, that's a metal dude, he's got a battle jacket on. Someone's like, oh, he's a hardcore guy because he's got Nikes on. But basically, you probably like the same band. Or all the bands that you like are influenced by each other. I don't know, it sucks, doesn't it? I feel like I've been chatting shit for a long time. I hope this has been like actually informative. Yeah, okay, sweet. 2 minutes, so pretty much bang on time, but thank you. I hope that was informative. And everyone got to ask a question.